Hey everyone, I'm back again for the Soulmate Twin Flame Oracle reading for this week. I'm in the center of France right now on our way to the south of France. As you can see, this area is gorgeous. We were driving and I said to my husband, we have to stop because it is just too beautiful and I just feel like a calling to give a message right now. I can do it in the car. I do readings in the car all the time and I am available throughout the duration of my trip. As some of you already know about it, it's in my newsletter. I'll be sending another one out very shortly. And you should subscribe if you're not already subscribed. But I will do my best to get these readings up to you guys. No matter where I'm at, what I'm doing it. I'm going to be doing it on my iPhone. Hopefully the coloring looks good. So to show you this area, it is just too beautiful before we begin. The name of this place, my husband can pronounce it better than I can.
Les Volcans d'Auvergne. This is the oldest volcanoes in France.
Oh my gosh. French country is so gorgeous. I can just look at it all day long and meditate. And, the sun went down a little bit. Very, very hot. Okay, let's begin. Okay, I've shuffled the cards after I meditated and asked the angels to give us guidance, especially after such an empowering month that we've had, and what we need to know in order to overcome the difficulties, the obstacles, anything that may be in our path preventing us to find our true peace and harmony. The cards that I've used were a very beautiful deck, daily guidance from your angels, oracle cards, if you can see that. Okay, I found a nice, peaceful, quiet place. So the first card that I pulled, there's nothing to worry about. And as you can see, this angel of love is telling you that you are safe. And this is a part of you. This is something you need to look at. This is something that you have to stop worrying about, things that have not happened or things that may happen, but you are putting too much emphasis on the whole situation. When you're doing this, you're actually preventing any goodness, any positiveness, I should say, positivity, from coming towards you in a miraculous way. Now, we are here in this world for a limited amount of years, and we try to make the best we can off of everything that we do and make the best life that we can, but sometimes things happen, problems happen, and they create a little bit of worry. They create a little bit of anxiety or a lot of anxiety. This is never going to help you to achieve your higher success on what you truly want in your life. When you're looking at things and worrying, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? How do I find peace with my soulmate? When do I finally become reunited with my soulmate? When you're worrying, it's never going to make it manifest, happen quicker. If anything, it is going to rob you of really what you need to do in your life in order to empower yourself. Things happen for a reason, and I know this is easier said than done, and I know a lot of people will disagree with me and say, well, I have to worry and I have to be concerned. Of course you do. We have to go in this life being concerned about our situation, and especially when you are not with someone that you want to be with, or you're looking for that person that you want to be with. You can't just keep pressuring yourself and saying to yourself, when is it going to happen? When am I going to find that peace? When am I going to find that love? When is he coming back? When is she going to finally return back to me? Are we ever going to make it work? These kind of things that linger in your mind are actually thoughts that you create, that you actually amplify them to a degree where you're actually making them worse than what they really are. Because when you least expect it, something new is going to take place, something new is going to happen. But if you're finding yourself continuously worrying about a situation, continuously worrying that it's never going to happen, well, it just may never happen because you put so much negativity upon it that you'll never see the good when it does happen. So your glass is always half empty. As I've always said, look at the glass half filled, just so that things can open and show you a new door, a new light. Because when it does happen, maybe that person that you thought was meant to be in your life as a partnership, it just didn't work out. You can't keep beating yourself up. You have to move forward. When somebody comes into our life, we all want that person to be the ultimate. We want that person to be everything that we've always wanted in our life. The thing is that it doesn't always work out that way. We are sent more than one soulmate, and though we can try to convince ourselves that this is the one, but maybe it isn't the one, because every time you're involved into a relationship, you want that person to work out, no matter if it's just something casual, if it's something on the surface. It happens. It's called human nature. And by looking at that person always and reflecting that I'm going to marry this person or I'm going to settle down with this person, you're actually preventing yourself from growing, because maybe that person was there to help you to grow. Maybe this person was there sent to you to give you some type of meaning, some type of life lesson. Sometimes it's not necessarily the most positive relationship, and you have to go through with it. I know I've been there. I know you've been there. Everybody has. Most everyone, I should say. So you need to stop worrying when that person is going to finally come into your life, and you need to start focusing on what the true potential was for that relationship. Okay? So let's go on to the next card. Energy work. Now, as you can see, this angel is definitely working. This angel is definitely putting effort into whatever it is that she's looking for, whatever she wants in her life. There's a lot more to energy than just, well, I'll just focus on that and hope for the best. No, it's about putting the work into it, putting the energy into what you believe in what you want out of your life. When you're always looking at it as, I'm going to put energy because I need this, and I need to start looking at my life and saying that this is where it has to be. This is my life. This is the way I've projected things. Guess what? You're limiting yourself. You need to work. You need to work on yourself internally. It's you, yourself, and you. Okay? I know that sounds crazy, but there's only one person that's going to take care of you, and that's you. Otherwise, you're always going to feel like you're getting shortchanged. When there's energy work to be done, sometimes you need to work on your chakras. Maybe you need to meditate more. Maybe you need to finally stop looking at what other people think and maybe trying to live up to some type of expectation that you was brought up as, that you need to be a certain way, but though that's not truly who you are. You need to do energy work on yourself, whatever that may be. If the energy work is meditation, if that energy work is working out, it is energy, and putting energy to good use, something that you truly want in your life and something that you truly need in your life, is the key here with energy. Now, a lot of times you put a whole lot of energy into a relationship, and every time you put this energy into a relationship, like we said, like with the previous card, there's nothing to worry about. You end up putting so much pressure on yourself that you don't really realize what truth is. And here we go again with more sirens. It's even happens here in France. But you do find that putting this energy out there into the universe is going to help you achieve your success in love, in relationships, and most importantly, inside yourself. Because the energy has to come from within, not from what other people have been projecting things in your life. I mean, not that I'm saying you're controlled or you're going to be controlled by somebody, but sometimes control is an issue with all of us. I mean, we are raised by people, and the way we're raised is actually the way we take on life. And if we're not raised to work on ourselves continuously and put the energy out there to what is given to us, we're never going to grow. It's kind of like putting a pot on the stove and not turning on the stove. Okay, it's like you're cooking something, you're growing something, you're making something. I know using food as an example is not the right idea, but it's more about you're putting that energy, what you truly want in your life, and doing something about it. Make that energy grow, make that energy work for you, because when there's nothing to worry about, and the cards are telling you right now that You're worrying about something, you're putting a whole lot of pressure. This is a lot to do with the energy shifts that just happened, and you know what? They just might continue to happen throughout September. I hate to say that, but sometimes it's like an after effect with Mercury retrograde still lingering on and going into a shadow phase, and then with the autumn equinox that's coming in, you're actually embracing what is to come, the new beginnings that are changing in your life. But if you're constantly worrying and pressuring yourself, you need to stop. You need to put the energy where it needs to go. Okay? So let's go on to the next card. Go for it. Yes, that's my kind of card. As you can see, this angel of love, she's going for it. Or he, I mean, it's just a symbolic energy. And as it says on the card, if you can read that with me, your prayers and positive expectations have been heard and answered. We've been working with you on this situation since its genesis, and we continue to watch over you and everyone involved. Stay on your present path, as it will take you very far indeed. Okay, so as you can see, go for it. This is your time. This is your time to shine. Yes, I know sometimes it's easier said than done. How do I go for it? Well, put the energy out there. Put the energy out in the universe. Say, I'm going to finally make that new beginning for myself. Maybe your love life is not where you want it to be, or maybe your love life has been stalled and it's been at a standstill for so long. Why not do something for yourself that maybe you've been thinking about for some time, that maybe I'm going to go back to school, or maybe I'm going to start my own business. Maybe I'm going to buy a new house or move out of my house and find something new, explore a new territory, whatever that may be. I mean, these are messages that are being given to you, and I feel this message is telling me something as well, because we have ideas, we have in our minds, we have something that tells us this is our time to shine. This is your life, and if you don't make the best of it, that person that you're looking for, that one person that you need in your life, is never going to be drawn towards you. That person is never going to stick around. That person is never going to see the light to come back into your life, whatever the situation is. I always talk about the laws of attraction and drawing and attracting that person into your life. I hope you are saying your positive affirmations, because it's really important to bring out as much positivity without looking at the negative, without bringing in those negative thoughts. Like I said, stress, worry, that can come about on every single situation. We can look at every little thing and worry about it. I know I'm guilty of it too. I get concerned. That's me. I guess it's the Scorpio in me. But you know, when you're like this, you know how to work on yourself with the energy. Like I said, the energy work that you're doing on yourself is a daily routine, just like it comes along with exercise. Yes, you can work out, you can get more tone, you can do things to yourself that you really are happy with the results. But if you don't continue and keep up with it, what happens? You lose it. You lose all what you've accomplished to do, and you're unhappy. You're not where you want to be, and you have to start over again, or you have to continue at a backspace. So this is why energy work is necessary at every given moment, that you can do things for yourself, working on you. It's a constant growth period. So this is a time to go for it. This is going to be your year, maybe next year, but you're going to do it. You're going to go for it. You're going to find that true happiness inside of you. It doesn't necessarily have to be with a specific person. Remember that. A person does not make your happiness. You make your own happiness. You're the one that has to find it and shine. Let's go to the next card. Ground yourself. That's a good card. That's a very good card. When you ground yourself, you look upon yourself and say, you know what, this is where I need to be. This is my true center. This is where my life is headed. And as the card says, I'll read it with you. When you detach from awareness of your body with the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to float heavenward, your attention and work are indeed upon the earth. We're helping you balance the spiritual and material so that you can enjoy a fulfilling earthly life. Yes, very much so. You need to ground yourself. You need to find what it is that's inside of you and just do it. You need to keep yourself together, in other words. You need to stop worrying. You need to stop looking at what other people expect of you or what stereotype that you've been trying to live up to. I mean, we all try not to. Or stop looking at what this world is coming to. I know there's a lot of bad and negative things happening, and it's going to go on. I mean, it's been going on for centuries. It's just that, you know, as our lifetime, our generation sees it, we say, oh, it's worse than ever. But actually, it's always been like that. Every generation experiences this. This is part of the growth experience. The one thing you have to remember is you can't look around you and look at what's going on in the environment. You're your own environment. You have your own life. So you have to focus on that. If you don't focus on that, you're never going to find the peace, the happiness, the success that you're looking for. And you're always going to feel like you're inferior to other things, like you're trying too hard. You're not trying too hard. You have to just take it one step at a time and ground yourself. Doing these different things that I just mentioned in your life, one step at a time, working on yourself, stop worrying about everything, making it happen, starting over again. I mean, I'm not talking about leaving a relationship, because I know when I say certain things, sometimes people are questioning the reading. Like I said, these are messages that you take with yourself. So whatever comes to your mind and what you're getting the message from, then that's the message that is being given to you. It's not an individual reading like I've mentioned before. Now, like I said, grounding yourself to actually to find the peace inside your spirit and say, this is me. This is who I am. This is what I have to look at. I have to stop looking at what I thought was the best way in my life. I have to start living and breathing love and embracing what I have in my life, because that's when you do find the success with love. Now, with a lot of people, a lot of relationships fall apart during this time. Not for a permanent basis, but sometimes they go through a little bit of a shift. And then there's a lot of relationships that are coming together during this time because of the energy shifts. Also, people are meeting new people. I mean, everybody is different, so I cannot give you a specific way to look at things. Only you know these things. You know who is your true soulmate in your heart. You know who that person is. And nobody can tell you any different. But when you start looking at what other people think or what other people say about that person, don't look at that, because you have to believe in that person with all your heart. Sometimes that person might be going through something and you don't even know, you don't have a clue why you're separated or why things happened the way they did. It's all for a purpose. It's all for a reason. And they usually come together, most of them. Some of them don't. It depends. Everybody is different. So this is a time for you to focus on yourself and focus on what you need in your life, especially after all of those energy shifts that we've been having, and we're still going through them. Trust me, we still feel it. But I want you to really take on this reading and really let it absorb. I hope you've all enjoyed this reading, and if there's something that didn't resonate with you right away, just let it absorb. You can revisit this reading, or if it did resonate with you, I want you to write it down and make sure to hold on to it, because messages sometimes come through and then you completely forget them. It happens to all of us. If you're interested in booking your own private session with me, you can go to my blogs, any of my websites. The links will be down below in description area, and you can book the reading right from there. Now, I am in France, but I still am taking calls, chats, and email readings. You could also visit my blog articles and read more about soulmates and twin flames, and also be sure to check out my YouTube videos. I have many different types of videos that might be very interesting to you, my Q&A videos about soulmates. Okay, if you like this video, please give me the thumbs up, and if you do have any questions, please put them down in the comments below. I'm getting a little tongue-tied here. So until next time, peace out and God bless you all. Namaste.